students, this video is going to serve as a tutorial on how to insert text, headlines, bylines, and ensure we can get our stories and our content into this digital publisher. So with that being said, let's get to edit mode for your page. So open up your page and you should see a layout that looks similar to mine. First thing, I am going to go over to the T option. That's the text tool. So Control Space also is a shortcut to get to there. So when I hit that or Control Space, I can click and drag a nice looking text box. And you should see, it's hard to see on this video, but there is a blinking icon at the very top. I can start typing. There we go. We got a bunch of text starting to insert. But, okay, for the purposes of this video, okay, we're going to put some random text in. Usually at this point, you would copy and paste from your Google Doc. But I'm going to put some random text in. So to do that, in Schoology, there's a random text generator link. When you go to there, you should see a bunch of text that is randomly generated. I am going to select a bunch of paragraphs. Let's go select 6 paragraphs. That should be appropriate for what we need. You can right click and copy or Control C to copy. Go back to edit here and I'm going to right click and paste, or you can Control V to paste it. So I'm still in edit mode, but I'm going to hit the selection button. Okay. And you can see I can drag it around, I can edit the text box, it dynamically adjusts the text inside it. But note, okay, if you make the text box too small, there is hidden text. It's called overflow text. So you got to be hyper aware of where your text is to make sure it's all shown. Usually if you got a good amount of space underneath your text box, that's going to be an indicator that you have all your text showing. So let's go ahead and drag this down to the bottom because we're going to continue creating our sample layout here in our sandbox, and let's make it about halfway or 2/3. Let's go about 2/3 right here. So right now we can start editing the text, okay, the text box by moving around, but I want to actually edit the text by double clicking inside it and highlighting the text. Okay, so I'm going to highlight the text, and up here the top toolbar you should notice, okay, there's a lot of options. I can change the font. We're going to stick with Eller as our default print font, but for the size, our default text is always going to be 10. It looks small on paper, but when we print it, it's going to be the perfect size for reading, and it shrinks it down just slightly. So default it to 10, and then I'm going to go back to my selection tool and bring this down a little because we got way too much white space down here. So I'm going to adjust it just slightly, make it look approximately that. So at this point, make sure you have caught up to this. Feel free to pause the video at any point as needed. Now, I want to go ahead and adjust this text to add some features that make it look professional. So I'm going to go back to edit and highlight the text. Okay? And up here, there's 2 options that you will need to know. The first one's called the first line left indent. This is basically your paragraph indent. We're going to set it to 10. You can hit the up arrows here, or you can click in there and type in 10 and enter. Notice down here on every one of my paragraphs, there is a 10-point indent. It automatically indents once you set that option, which everyone will want to do because 10 points is going to be our standard. After that, okay, I want to go over to the columns feature. So all these middle ones you don't really have to worry about. They're more advanced options, but the columns you will definitely use. Currently it's set to 1 column. As I click up on this, you can notice it dynamically adjusts the columns based on the text box size. So, general rule, you want all text boxes, okay, columns to be about 2 squares in width. So if you look on your grid, each one of my columns is about 2 squares. So as you adjust your text box, so I'm going to go back to selection, you'll notice that sometimes if I set it at 3 and I adjust it this way, whoa, that is almost 3, close to 4 text boxes in width. So what I would want to do is double click in there, highlight it all, Control A also highlights, and adjust it a little bit higher. So 4 columns for this text box will make it about 2 squares in width. Very nice looking, easy to read when we go to print. Don't make it too small. Like if I increase this to 6, those are tiny columns. They're not easy to read. Or don't make it too wide where it looks like you're reading an essay. So for this text size, 4 is going to be appropriate. So what I would like you to do right now is get yours to look similar to mine. Okay, I'm going to shrink the text box down just slightly. You can see I got a little bit of space here at the end, but not too much. All my text is showing, and it's properly arranged into 4 columns. I noticed that there's a couple pixels off here, so don't forget your grid snaps. So grab these edges and snap it to the different borders, grids that exist on this document. So take a moment to pause this video as needed and get your document to look similar to mine. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and add a headline box. So each headline must be in a separate box from the actual content, the story. So I'm going to go back to my text tool and I'm going to create a headline box. Usually they're kind of long and narrow. I'm going to just type in headline and then my by Mr. Hikmat. Okay, by Mr. Hikmat. So I'm still in edit mode, so I'm going to go ahead and change the sizes right now. So for by Mr. Hikmat, that's going to be 10 point. Let's bring it down to 10 point, just like our story sizes. But for headlines, headlines are always 24 to 36. So if you want to see what it looks like, I'm going to go up to size. That's 24. It seems kind of small for this layout. So I'm going to bump it up to 36. So let's make that 36. Go to selection tool. I'm going to adjust this headline so it just barely fits the content. Drag it down right above, and look at that. Looks like a nice professional news article. So these are the 2 major things that you will have to do when creating text boxes: a content text box and a headline with a byline text box. This basically concludes this video. After this, for the last minute of this video, you'll notice I'm just going to go over some advanced features that you may want to do. Okay, so if you got up to this point and you're pretty comfortable, you're looking good. But otherwise, there's a couple little things that you may want to know. First, if I highlight my headline, you can change the text color. See over here where it says fill, it changes to a T. So right now it's black, but if I click, I can change it to red. So I'm going to go back to selection and you can see that it is red. So that's a little bit more advanced. You will probably not need to do that, but if you feel you want to, you can. I'm going to change it back to black. You can also go in to the effects column over here, okay, effects, and add a shadow, transparency for opacity, bevel, and all these other options. So if you go to shadow, it usually looks a little bit weird. So you probably won't need to do that. I'm going to delete it by hitting this trash icon. But for certain text effects, certain headlines, you may want to create some snazzy effects. And those are things that you can explore on your own. But otherwise, okay, if you're able to do the 2 things that I just mentioned here, okay, your layout should be at this point. Make sure you hit save at the top. And in your preview, you can see what your overall text looks like. That concludes this video. Move on to the next video when you have completed this stage. Thank you.